Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Al here for Scrappy, not my chair! My cat loves to scratch on the back of my chair while I'm trying to do things. And literally right after I hit record today. Come on, Scrappy. Anyway, Nintendo just dropped a new trailer for the new Mario Golf game. I haven't done just a video where I just talk and discuss things for a little bit, unless you count the Kong Launch videos. I mean, those are kind of entirely unscripted. I have a base script going for this video with some notes and things I don't want to go over, yeah. I've been very openly critical of Mario Golf, but I will be the first to admit that based on this trailer, and this trailer alone, I do have a bit of cautious optimism creeping in. What? Uncle Al having a bit of excitement for a new Nintendo game? What kind of world are we living in? Visually speaking, the game does look very nice. I noticed some pop-in with the trees and textures in the background, which were present in the reveal trailer for the game. And I don't know if it's just me, I haven't compared this to the initial trailer yet, but I think the pop-in looks better, at least. More of a nitpick than anything, it's not a huge deal. I just thought I'd point it out. I know the Switch is only capable of so much, it's not the most powerful system in the world, and the rest of the game does look very nice visually, so, you know, there has to be some kind of compromise there. There appears to be a lot of strategy involved with your shots, measuring the trajectory, you know, keeping an eye on which way the wind is blowing, all the typical staples of golf. And I do like that a lot. I'm actually very excited for that aspect of the game. It is a bare minimum expectation for them to get this stuff right for a golfing game. But it looks very fun nonetheless, I can't deny. Motion controls are an option. I will not be using them. But they're there if you want to. I just don't see how you could possibly get the accurate power and aim that you desire from iffy motion controls, but hey, it's optional. Okay, now here. You can pinpoint the exact moment that my fear for this game starts to work its way in. Let me get the positives out of the way first. This is probably the base roster for the game. If this is the base roster, I actually think this is a pretty decent lineup. Even if they left it at this for the game's entire lifespan, I can't complain too much. It's not too hateful. Still wish my boy Diddy was going to make an appearance, and that's where my skepticism starts to creep in. The roster screams free updates. That's a pretty sizable gap right there to add extra characters. That doesn't necessarily mean this game is going to be taking the finish it later approach that I preach so much about, and I think there's a very distinct difference between adding free content to a finished game and adding content to fill in the gaps to an unfinished game. The one is a bonus, the other is giving us the bare minimum. That said, I think that the base roster for this game is fine. I think ultimately, the amount of content found in the rest of the game is going to be the most important factor at this point in time. Also, this is a nitpick, but I hate how Donkey Kong never gets to dress up for the occasion. Didn't get a fancy outfit in Tennis Aces, and he's not getting one here either. Come on, give the guy a glove. They showcased a variety of courses, and was I the only one who thought they looked a little bland? The Bowser course was the most distinct by far, but the other ones just kinda look similar, with some Mario obstacles occasionally sprinkled in there sometimes. I'm not ready to jump the gun and say that any of them look bad necessarily, I just hope that they're saving the more interesting courses for when it's released. It is golf at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily need to be anything crazy. I just kinda figured you would expect some more Mario iconography. Like, this is just a mountainside. Nothing really screams Mario to me about this. This is probably sounding very nitpicky. It's fine. Let's move on. They've got a new mode called Speed Golf, where everybody golfs at the same time, and you basically rush to try and be the first to get your ball in the hole. It seems fun, like, it definitely looks like a worthwhile addition to the Mario Golf series. I could see this being pretty chaotic fun with friends. Each character has their own unique special dash as well, and a stamina bar, which you collect items to refill while you're running across the course. Each character also has their own special shot with unique animations. I'm not sure if this is exclusive to the Speed Golf mode or not. I think it might be. They appear to function in a small variety of ways, either by knocking your opponent's balls around or breaking a path through said opponents. And I'm sure there's probably going to be a few other functions as well. Also, can I just say, thank God Bowser Jr. gets to run around without his clown copter in this game. Always preferred him without it. It's still used for his special shot, but that's fine. I'm just glad you can run around with him. Look, I'm not gonna beat around the bush with this. Speed Golf looks like a genuinely fun time. I think this is the first truly truly worthwhile addition that we've seen in some time to a Mario spin-off title. It just looks like chaotic fun, which is something you wouldn't normally expect to see in a golf game of all things. Battle Golf is another new addition to this game, which is a fun-looking party game sort of mode. I gotta admit, I think it's a little strange that there's only a single arena for this mode with one very standard-looking techno theme. I think this would have been the perfect opportunity to create a few arenas with different exotic themes based around the Mario universe. It looks like it's going to be a decently sized arena, but I can see this getting kind of old after just a couple of rounds. Different themes could have allowed for different unique terrains, which would keep this mode fresh. I have some concerns that I'll save till the end because they can apply to most of the modes in this game. There's also going to be an adventure mode in this game. This doesn't really strike my fancy too much. It looks like it's going to be very beginner focused. Seems to want to teach you the basics of golfing, and I just don't think I need that. Does seem like there's going to be some fun little missions here and there, including boss battles. Yeah, it's interesting, to say the least. I don't care about leveling up my Mii for versus play, though. I'd just much rather play as one of the Mario characters. Yeah, so look, at a base level, I think this game is going to be fun. I think there are some neat things going on in this package. But it wouldn't be an Uncle Al talking about a Nintendo video if it didn't include a more pessimistic take on things, now would it? I think it's great that they are trying to include so many modes and things to do in the base game, but at what cost are we getting this content? The roster looks fine, I can deal with that. The courses look a little bland, but it's fine, I can still live with that. But the fact that we have so many modes and things makes me wonder if they're skipping out somewhere else in this package. I already touched on the Battle Golf mode a bit, looks like it might be a little bit lacking. I'm afraid for the adventure mode too, like how short is it going to be? Is it just going to be a series of basic golf tutorials? That's kind of how they played it up. If I remember correctly, Mario Tennis Aces story mode wasn't really anything to write home about either. How many courses are going to be in the game? Look, if nothing else, if adventure mode and battle golf are going to be glossed over, then at least make the courses feel worthwhile. I'd love to see an abundance of them with some unique themes and terrains. I'm just afraid that with all the modes being added that they might be stretching themselves thin instead of making some of the base elements as good as they can be, you know? And ultimately, if the package as a whole feels lacking, adding characters down the line will make this game feel like yet another finish it later title. I don't want that. Okay. So yeah, that was the new trailer for Mario Golf. I'll be the first to admit that it looks like it'll probably be a pretty fun time. I've been critical and highly unenthused with it up to this point, but this trailer does give some promise in my opinion. I'm still a bit skeptical about it overall. I'm still going to err on the side of caution, but it is cautious optimism. I think even if some of the modes feel a little bit light in the richness of content, this is probably still going to be one of the beefier Mario spin-off titles that we've seen so far on Switch. I don't want to say anything super definitive about the game just yet. I still have my concerns, and I'll be waiting to see what people have to say about it before picking it up. But taking it face value, it looks fun. I can't deny that. I'm just scared of getting too excited out of fear of being let down, you know? What do you guys think? Are you cautiously optimistic like I am, or are you balls to the walls excited for this new golf adventure? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from all of you. Still got a lot of things that I'm trying to get done before the end of the month. Hopefully get some other new videos out talking about some various things, mostly Donkey Kong related, and you know, that's not a huge surprise, but it just is what it is. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Uncle Al with Game Show Planet, and I'll see you all later.